Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tailgate Talk. Today, we're going over the top 10 most hated teams in the NFL. Might be a little controversial, but we'll see. All right, give us your top 10. Mike, start us off with number 10, though.
Yeah, at number 10, and this is definitely coming in with a hot take. I should say our choices have a bit of our bias and a bit of how we feel the NFL also feels about some of these teams. But at number 10, I have the Tennessee Titans, and it's because they used to be the Houston Oilers. And I'm from Houston. I grew up going to the Astrodome with my father, and that was taken away from me. We lost the colorway, which was a beautiful colorway that Tennessee did not deserve. They also took the history. So I don't know if you know this, Buck, but any of the results or anything that happened with the Houston Oilers is technically part of the Tennessee Titans historical books. I'm not happy about it. And I don't know if the league hates the Tennessee Titans. I know they're not good at football, which is something I prefer right now, especially as a divisional rivalry. But either way, they're so high on my list. I wanted to make sure they make it into the video so I could share my disdain and my distaste. So that's what I've done. I've started out the video toxic. That might not be on your list, but it's there.
I think everybody just found out how much you hate them, man. I don't think they're good enough that anybody hates them, dude.
That's fine. Let's keep it that way. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, everybody said Jacksonville was never going to have a team, and they're starting to look a little more prominent, okay?
Yeah, now we can start hating them a little bit. That works. All right, number 9, I have the Packers. I think they are a team that, once again, I think as we go throughout this list, there's a lot of historical dominance that makes people just automatically hate them. Because I think when a team is dominating, a fan base can become unbelievably you just can't tolerate these people at all anymore. They go Pack go. We sing all this. We stick cheese on our head. It is.
And
what
they travel, Buck. They travel.
They do travel.
I don't even know how they travel.
Well.
How many people you think have to Google where Green Bay is? They don't even know it's in Wisconsin. But somehow we got Packers fans all around the East Coast, the West Coast, even down south. I don't know how this happened. I'm confused. I don't think there's enough people for this to be possible.
I have heard it's one of the coolest NFL experiences to go to one of the games there. It's like you're just driving through a neighborhood and it just opens up to Lambeau. It's sweet, but I have the Packers once again. It's the dominance.
I think you dislike them more than me.
Yeah, I'm not
anti-Packers. There are a lot of them.
Yeah, I think aside from Jordan Love, there's really nobody on that team that I dislike. But it's number 9 for us. Who do you have for number 8?
At number 8, and this is also maybe a little bit rogue, but hear me out. Because, again, it's not necessarily a team that I dislike. It's local to me, but I have the New York Giants. Yeah. I have the New York Giants. I'm going rogue for the first couple, okay? Just hear me out. The Giants have 4 Super Bowls, which maybe makes Jets fans even a little more upset, but I feel disappointed. And I feel at that point, maybe I've got a little hate. I don't know. I'm building up something. There's an expectation for the Giants to be good. And the past decade, that's been rough. And it's been rough because it's in New York. You can't have no-go with the Jets and no-go with the Giants. So maybe this is a little more personal on my end. But I do think a lot of people feel as if the team should be better, even though I will say I'm a little more optimistic going forward. I think there's more likable players. Sometimes that plays a factor too, depending on the era. If your superstars aren't likable for the masses across the league, it's really easy to be like, I can't wait to beat them. I hope that they lose. I'm not wishing for injury, but if they missed a couple games, that's fine by me. But I will say going forward with Dart, hopefully Scatterboo can stay healthy. I'm concerned. The guy runs with his neck, but he is a great
So does Dart. They both do, to be fair.
He just teaches Dart to go down.
Yeah.
He's not like Scatterboo is head first into everything. He's a diving board type running back. And I mean, he'll have a second career as a streamer. I mean, you got Malik Neighbors. I like where the team is heading. I'm more optimistic than where it's been, but they've been highly underachieving team. And I think a lot of people also root for the Giants to not do well. It hasn't been hard to do that lately if you're looking for different organizations or different locations, but there is a little bit of an expectation. So, maybe a little bit of a stretch to get things going, but I think from here on out, we will all agree, sort of, unless you're a supporter of the teams.
That's
number
crazy.
7. Tell me.
I hope so. Number 7 for me is the Ravens. I think once again, no one likes the team that beat the crap out of them for a very long time. And they're an aggressive team, bully mentality. We're going to hurt you type thing. Also, it's one of those things too, where the fan base is unfortunately a little bit annoying as well. Everybody's saying they complain about everything. They win, they complain. They lose, they complain. I think they were at Derrick Henry's neck this year as well too, which is come on, man, for the first few fumbles, it is what it is. But I am not a Ravens guy. I do like Lamar, but I think they are it's a fair spot for number 7. And like you said, I think as we go a little bit further into this, we're all going to be in agreement. It might just be in a tad bit different order.
Yeah, that could be the reality that we're heading into. Number 6, you're either gonna like one or the other. I've got the Pittsburgh Steelers, so you're either gonna be a Ravens guy, you're gonna be a Steelers guy. I personally love that rivalry, but similar to what you said, almost with Baltimore, I think it's even worse with Steeler Nation. And I don't mind the Steelers, but Steeler Nation even takes over away stadiums. The presence of away fans is incredible, and then it makes me start thinking: are these fair weather fans? Because the Steelers have been a pretty easy team to root for. You might say, well, they haven't had the Super Bowls recently, but this is a successful organization. Every year, you know they're going to be competing for a playoff position.
They're going to squeak in the
playoffs you're a Browns
every
fan.
year.
If you're a Browns fan, you are just like, you wish you were a Steelers fan.
Yeah,
you'd have something.
You
have something to cheer for every single year. And again, to what you said with Baltimore, similar, like powerful. You have that reputation of being physical, maybe a little dirty. I also look at some of their better players throughout the years. I think a guy like James Harrison, you wanted to have him on your team, but I don't think you liked him. I don't think he was super likable as a superstar. No one would negate what he could do on the football field. Even a Hines Ward. I mean, you had all the drama with AB, but even the Antonio Brown stuff, you might have been more upset if you were a Steelers fan than by the league. But I don't know, like, he kind of became a spectacle. And in some ways, I don't necessarily want my NFL players to be spectacles. Like, we'll leave that to the NBA. We'll leave that to the soccer guys. NFL, you get in there, you do your job. No questions asked. Similar to hockey. Like, I don't want a bunch of drama in hockey. I want you got drama? Cool. We can get into a fight in the ice rink. We can watch that together. And then afterward, a little shove, dab up, whatever, and we move on. I like that. If they let basketball players fight, I would pay so much more money for tickets. Just imagine if you go to a basketball game and there was a chance that LeBron James would get into a fight with someone and they just let it rock.
Dylan Brooks would be taken out of the league in the first month.
Me?
Yeah, no, seriously, it's true. Like, you're only allowed body shots or something like that until somebody hits
do you remember slap boxing?
Yeah.
Like, if they got the slap box, like twice a game, you gave me like a halftime slap box, whoever's got beef, and then maybe like fourth quarter when it got intense. That'd be better than all these like VAR type of scenarios, by the way. Can we just throw that out there? I know it's a sidebar.
I was going to say,
the NBA is reviewing everything right now, and it's driving me crazy.
You get hit in the face one time.
I've never seen so many challenges and reviews.
I was gonna say, you get hit in the face one time in playing basketball.
Yeah,
I got cut. Now we want to fight everybody on the court. Okay, now it's fair. It's fair.
Fine. Bring us the top 5. I feel really good about.
Oh, so incredible!
If you didn't love our initial 5, that's okay. I love the top 5 in terms of the hate mail that we're gonna send. Number 5, send us, please.
All right, number 5.
Let us know in the comments. Do not let us down.
Number 5, I lived in the Bay Area, and I was there for like a few years because I went to school out there. And everybody always like, let's go to the Raiders game. Let's go to the Raiders game. Let's go watch the Raiders play. I couldn't think of anything worse in the entire world that I could possibly want to go do than go watch the Raiders game and have to put on like a black T-shirt or something and pretend that I was rooting for those guys the entire time, because there's a genuine fear that you're going to get beat up by a bunch of Raiders fans if you're wearing the opposite color.
Maybe if you're wearing the same color.
Yeah,
that
honestly,
was like part of the reputation.
Yeah,
if you drank the beer a little too slow, they might fire off on you.
They let you have one. Yeah, so that's one of my things is I don't think the fan base made anybody's experience there fun whatsoever. And there's another team coming up that everybody says the exact same thing as well. I will say this, though. I feel like sporting events have gotten a hell of a lot more hostile than they have recently. There's almost every Sunday you'll see somebody just beating someone up. Always in the upper section, by the way, too. It's never the lower sections.
What are you trying to say, Buck? Yeah, the cheap seats is where it's going down?
I think it's where the bleachers is where it is, man. So, I don't know. It's Raiders for me. I'm a Chargers fan as well, too, though, so I've just never liked them. But
Can I add some hate?
Go for it. Go
for
the
Raiders. So, I liked the Raiders better when they were in the Bay Area. As much as you maybe disliked them, I'm talking about across the NFL, you respected them. But this new Raiders feels like a bougie Raiders in Las Vegas, and I don't like it at all. I like the old Raiders better. At least that Raider Nation felt authentic to the Bay Area. It did. You're right. It felt dangerous, but so did Oakland. Like, people gave you maybe a heads up. If you did a quick Google search or you called your buddy that lived out there, he's like, yo, don't go to this neighborhood. Don't pull up here. Make sure you know somebody over there. It was part of the storytelling and the narrative. Now you got the bougie Raiders in a big stadium and bright lights, and they're not winning any games. And that fan base is not traveling to. I don't love it. I just don't love it. So I'll just add that in as another reason I don't love it. I don't like the Raiders.
Yeah, as I wear my Las Vegas
personal top
shirt.
5 hate mail, pushing them down.
Yeah,
pushing them down.
Say as I wear my Las Vegas shirt today, too. I love Vegas. I'm glad they moved there. It's another excuse to go out there. And like I said, I don't think the fan base is nearly as chaotic as I think they were before, because you did.
Yeah, because they're not the same fans.
Exactly.
They didn't move to Vegas.
That's what I'm saying.
You got a whole new group.
I agree.
All right, number 4. I got it. Number 4. All right, this one we'll probably all agree on. Kansas City Chiefs. You know, are we seeing a trend with a lot of these teams being successful? Sure. This is a new age dynasty that kind of was a modern switch to the NFL game. I don't think everybody loved that. Not as hard-nosed feeling as compared to the Raiders or the Steelers or the Ravens. They definitely had media overexposure. I feel like every piece of everything in content, it was like I was watching a reality TV show. And I'm talking well before Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. It always felt this way, even with Mahomes. And then
with his wife, with his brother, everybody.
Yeah,
they were always in the news. Yeah.
And then you had the referees. Every call for years, all the success they're having, I swear they go against. They always got the favorable call. It always went against the other team. Doesn't matter what that team was or who it was. It felt like the refs are on a payroll or they're in on a parlay. It just felt dishonest to the game, and they're already so good. It just I didn't feel good about it. I don't like watching it. I found myself rooting against Kansas City constantly. Even before they started really winning. They were starting the uptick, but I just found it was a growing sensation in me that I was like, I'd love to see Mahomes get sacked. That would make me happy. Just a couple sacks here and there. You know, they always have a good O-line. Just give out a few sacks.
Bright new Sunday. Yeah. Okay. Fair. Yeah. I don't think any of the Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift stuff really helped out going forward with it, but it was, I mean, they did become like the flashiest team, kind of like you mentioned, in ways that we had never really seen before is what it was. And people don't like when they can't win, and they won a lot. And hopefully Mahomes is back. I like Mahomes is the problem. I do.
They're going to come
really
back to winning. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah,
they're going to come back to winning. I'm shocked they didn't make the playoffs this year. I don't think any of us maybe expected them to win a Super Bowl, but to at least compete somewhere in the playoffs for sure.
I think so too. All right, which brings us to number 3. Is it we're at number 3? All right,
number 3. I can count barely. I think.
Yeah, there you go. I'm all over the place right now. I think once again, they were the Chiefs before the Chiefs, and that's the Patriots. The Patriots dominated for so long. I really like Tom Brady, and I've said this before, and I'm sure I've gotten a load of crap in the comments for it as well, but I like Tom Brady a lot, man. For me, I don't necessarily hate them, but it's also like, good God, you guys were so dominant forever, took a few-year break, and now you're already back in the Super Bowl again. It's not going to help the narrative all of people that absolutely hate these guys. I don't think there's many people on their team right now that are completely hateable. I don't think everybody loves Drake May. I think he's a good face for it right now.
It's easy to hate on Boston, though, man.
Yeah, it is.
I live on the East Coast, and also I just think of our lifetime, Buck. We have seen Boston win in every sport.
Everything.
I'm tired of that. I don't like it. That's what happened to the Patriots now too. You're like, okay, Tom Brady's out. They re-up with Drake May, and you're like, oh, now we got to deal with another run through.
Here we go for another 15 years.
I'm tired. I don't want to see the Red Sox win. I don't want to see the New England win, which is some sort of crossover in Boston and Providence that they've created, some crossover area. I've seen the Bruins win, which is crazy. That they get overlooked because the other teams have been so winning.
The Celtics, yeah,
Celtics win. The Revs had like 3 or 4 MLS chances, and they didn't win any of them. So if there's any like maybe silver lining, we got to go to MLS. And
I think
the New England Revs not having the Revolution has not made it happen. But everybody else has won in our lifetime, and some of them multiple times. And I was like, where are we getting our W's? Where are our W's coming through? So I don't know. Easy to hate on Boston to me. And I go to Boston. I'm not gonna say I'm a regular, but I'm there enough. Okay. Number 2. I'll move on. Number 2. And feel free to incorporate in this hate. I feel like after you hate, then I'm ready to hate as well. This group in the top 5.
I love a piggyback here. Yeah, go for it.
Number 2, Dallas Cowboys. Look, I grew up in Houston. This is like the rich cousin that just doesn't have any taste, and the entire school loved him. And I just never met so many Cowboy fans ever that have never been to Texas, which bothers me. I don't like the labeling of America's team. Yeah, I don't like America's team is just a forced label. And then they're always hyped, and they're always underachieving, and they're always overspending, and they have unlimited budgets. And I kind of like that they haven't been very good in many of these years, especially because there's always a narrative. They get all the media attention. They have this big arena. It's like a larger than life that I don't feel like they've earned it. And I don't know. There's a lot of things I don't like. There's a rivalry there too. Houston people don't like Dallas people. Dallas people don't like Houston people. A lot of the Dallas people didn't even grow up in Dallas anyway. They're new Dallas people. They don't even know about what's happening here. I could go on and on.
Yeah, I was going to
say,
Dallas
Cowboys, dude. Like if I was making this list solo, they'd be number 1 for me. But I'm not. So that leaves us to number 1. I know where you're going to go. I'm sure that we'd be happy about this. And I'm
sure
ready
the comments have to know where we're going to go. It's the Eagles, man. I think the Eagles have built this reputation as like the most hated fan base in the entire NFL currently right now. I like a lot of the players in the team once again. It's just sometimes the fans suck is the issue. I know that
sometimes Philly fans are the worst sports fans of all time. Of all time. There's no one even close. I told you about this. I went to Philly for an MLS game, playoffs, Red Bulls, versus the Union. These fools broke the windows off the car door on parking. I never been so happy it wasn't my car. And I was like, really?
I got an MLS game as well, too, man. Yeah.
I got the things that are being said to me in the arena, and like they take pride in it. I'm not saying that you should cater towards me as an away fan, but I just like it's kind of got like it's crude. It's not with the culture. Philly likes Philly. That's it.
That's fair.
And they're probably good with that, though. They're probably good with that.
I do think Philly likes Philly. For any of you guys that have made it to the end of the video here, put your top 10 for us. And if you would have rearranged the top 5 at all, I'm curious to know what it's going to look like. But I think once we got to number 6 and on, I think it's fair. Anything from like 7 to 10 is probably your personal preference based off of how many of these teams have either broken your heart or pissed you off in the past. But once again, if you did not know, we're giving away a signed football. It's a really, really sick signed football as well. We're just waiting to confirm it's the one we think it is. But either way, either one of them is going to be sick. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and we'll see you guys a little bit later this week.